All right. So let's go into our Wuji stance. Feet flat on the floor. Feet pointed more or less straight forward. Hips brought forward just a little bit to bring your back into line. Let your shoulders relax, come down. Arms just slightly in front of you. Feel like the top of the head is being lifted upward, elongating the spine. Tuck the chin in just a little bit. Breathe in and out through the nose. And each time you breathe in, bring the energy up from the ground, up the torso, up into the body. And then as you breathe out, let the energy go all the way down from the top of your head, all the way back down into the ground. Deep, deep, deep into the earth. Feel yourself sinking into the earth, becoming one with the earth. And just to make sure we're all breathing the same way, let's put our hands on our abdomen, just below your belly button, right around the belly button. And as you're breathing in, let your abdomen expand outward. Then there's a pause. And then as you exhale, your abdomen contracts towards your spine. And then you pause, and then you breathe in. And sense the air coming in through your nostrils and going all the way down to your abdomen. Now, obviously, the air doesn't go into the abdomen, but by doing that, we're moving the diaphragm and making a much deeper inhalation and then obviously exhalation by performing this abdominal breath. As we go through life with all the tension around us, we tend to breathe from the chest, and that's very shallow. You're not really filling up your lungs. So we're going back to the way we would breathe coming out of the womb, using the abdomen to aid the diaphragm. Nice, deep, long breaths. And since we use the 5-element theory in traditional Chinese medicine, which Qigong is a part of, the winter is tied to the water element, and the organ, the yin organ, is the kidneys. So let's bring our hands back to the kidneys. And as you breathe in, see if you can feel the area of the kidneys expand. As you breathe out, that area contracts. Now, with each of the elements and the organs, we also have light and color. So if you could picture dark blue light coming out of your palms, filling your kidneys with this warm, dark blue light. Good. And come back to the Wuji stance. And let's get rid of the stresses that cause energy not to flow the way we'd want in the body. So we're going to do some purging. So as we breathe in, we're going to bring our arms up over the head. We're going to basically grab the energy we no longer need, and we're going to bend down and throw it down to the ground. And there's a double knee bend here to come back up and start over. So we breathe in through the nose as we come up. We breathe out through the mouth as we go down. So you breathe in. Two more. Good. And hopefully that's beginning to open up the energy pathways flowing through the body. And just start to bend at the knees. Let everything else just go totally limp. And just start to shake the entire body. The wrists and arms start shaking, the head shaking. Everything's moving around. And you're going to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth with this. We're purging. Now, one of the classes that I did, I think it was last week, we did healing sounds. And it's always good to utilize the healing sounds to also clear some of the organs. So the two that I think we'll use today, the two that I tend to use the most, are the heart sound and the lung sound. So let's first use the heart sound. The heart sound is ha, emphasizing the A's. So as you shake, you take a deep breath in, and then go ha, 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 ha. One more time. Good. Now we're going to do the lung sound, which is like a bunch of Z's. So we breathe in. One more. Keep shaking, sorry. And let's do one more organ, the kidneys. Like we said, winter is tied to the kidneys. We want to keep those clear. The kidneys are the batteries of the body. So the sound for the kidneys is tree. So you're emphasizing the E's. We breathe in. Tree. 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 And keep shaking just a little bit more. And as you're shaking, picture gold light from above coming through the top of your head, working its way down through your body, removing any darkness, any stagnation, filling the body with this beautiful golden light. And let's slow it down. Just take a moment, go back to the Wuji stance. Take a moment to check in. See how your body feels. Notice where the energy is running, where you may have some tingling, some warmth. Notice where you might have some energy blockages, muscle tension, pain. Don't quantify them. Don't even give it a moment's thought. Just identify them and move on. Mind directs the chi. So by just identifying these points, we facilitate healing. Now imagine that you're standing on a swing. We're going to do kind of the same motion that we did earlier, where you're going to do a double knee bend and bring your arms up. It's a little more relaxed. And your palms are facing up on this one. And as your palms come up, imagine you're scooping energy and pouring it down over the top of your head, down your torso. All the while, you're standing on a big swing. And if you're feeling cold, imagine you're doing this over the tropics. You're swinging above a big rainforest. Feel the heat from the rainforest coming up. You tend to be warm. And imagine you're doing this, let's say, over a glacier. And feel that cool air coming into the body. A couple more times. And slow down and bring your arms down. Go to a little wider stance. And just start turning from the hips and the waist. Arms just dangling by your side. Start to move with the body until you start to pick up some momentum and they start to strike the body. Now, in traditional Chinese medicine, we talk about three major energy centers, or dantians. We have the lower dantian, just about 2 inches below the belly button, which is the storehouse for vitality chi, chi being energy. We have the middle dantian, basically at the heart, for love chi. And then between the eyes, we have the upper dantian for wisdom chi. And the idea is you want to balance all three, have energy contained in all three, and let the energy flow through the entire body. Now, as you go to the side, lift the opposite foot so that you come up onto the toe. The kidney meridian starts at the ball of the foot, roughly at the ball of the foot. By doing this, we're stimulating the kidney meridian. The K1 is called, or also known as the bubbling spring. So you're lifting a couple more and slow it down and just let your hands move through the air as you turn from side to side. Moving from something of substance to something more ethereal, from the yang to the yin. Now this also helps move the spine. Let's slow it down. The spine moves in 6 directions. We've done 2 of them with with knocking on the door of life. Let's do 2 more with spinal cord breathing. Now the key with spinal cord breathing really is the hips. Our arms come up, our arms are bent, so we're lifting more from our elbows than anything else. We're going to stick our butt out or push your hips back. Then you're going to put chest to the ceiling, looking up, leaning your head back a bit, and pulling the arms down as you can feel your shoulder blades come down and together. Breathe in, the arms come together, so the palms are facing you, forearms touch. Hips move towards these elbows as you bring them down and you tuck your chin into the chest. So the back is now rounded the opposite way. Then we breathe in. Pause, get a little extra stretch, then breathe out. Pause, get a little extra stretch, breathe in. Just do this at your own pace. Don't overdo. Feel each vertebra moving apart. This is a great one to do for any kind of lower back issue, especially in sciatica, something along those lines. As long as you don't overdo it. As long as you stay within your comfort zone. You may have to start very small, but eventually you'll get there, and it opens up the space between the vertebrae. One more. We're going to do it again. However, this time you're going to turn to your left. I'll mirror you. Come back to center. Turn to the right. Come back to center. We're doing is also energizing the organs in the body. On the right side, you've got the liver. Left side, you have the stomach. One more time. Come back to center. And go ahead and put your hands lightly on your thighs. Stand nice and straight. Go to a wide stance. You're going to push your hips out to the left. I'll mirror you. You're then going to let your shoulder drop, then your head drop. Then you switch. So you push over and then you switch. And the idea here is to try and get a very fluid side-to-side motion. I'm not moving front to back at all. I'm staying on the same plane, moving my spine in the last 2 directions, side to side. So we rotated each of the vertebrae, and we moved them front to back, now side to side. Moves like a river. Imagine you're just one of a forest full of kelp in the sea. The waves are just slowly pushing you back and forth as you undulate your entire body, or if you're seaweed, your entire stalk. Couple more. And slow it down. Good. Let's open up the shoulder and neck a little bit more. Let's do dragon spreads its tail, one of my favorites for the neck and shoulder area. Take your hands, start low down by the lower dantian. Bring the energy up, palms up to the chest. Then move your hands over to your left shoulder with your palms facing you. For the rest of this time, they're going to stay here off the shoulder. So as we breathe out, we turn the palms away from us and we push outward from the heels of the hand while we look over our right shoulder. We then breathe in, focus on this palm coming back at you. Breathe out, focus on the horizon. Keeping the hands on the left side of you, never bringing them in front of you. Nice long inhale and a long exhale. One more. Bring it in all the way to the center now, and then push that energy down into the ground. Take a slight pause here. Breathe the energy back up as you lift it up into the chest. Now to the right side. Breathe out as you push it away. Breathe in, look at that palm coming at you. One more time. Bring it back into the center. Push it on down. Good. Let's start working down a little bit. Take your hands so your fingers wrap the hips. So your thumb is behind you on either side of your spinal column. And start as low as you'd like. So as you breathe in, you're going to lean forward. As you breathe out, you're going to take your thumbs, you're going to push them into the muscle. Make sure you're not pushing into bone, and lean back. Feel that pressure there, then release. Bring your fingers up, your thumbs up about a half an inch, and start over. Breathe out. Pause. Breathe in, forward and shift. Breathe out into the new spot. Go only as high as comfortable, and then work your way back down. Just feel all those muscles relaxing. Just a couple more. You may want to focus on areas where you've noticed there's a little bit of extra tension. Just get a little extra before we finish off. Good. Keep your hands on your hips. Go to a wide stance. Let's first do hip circles. So it's very simple. You're going to just go around with a nice big circle. So I'm sticking my hips out, then I'm going to the side, then my butt goes back, and then to the side. So nice big circles out of the hips and waist. Notice my head hardly turns, hardly moves. It's all out of the hips and waist. And reverse. So when you finish this program, not only do you get a certificate in Qigong, but also in hula. Kidding, you don't get a certificate in anything, sorry. All right, slow it down. So now we're going to do something very similar, but we're going to use it as a figure eight. Figure eights are huge in Qigong, energy medicine, and so on. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring our hip that way. And you'll notice, watch your elbows, because they'll kind of show you. The elbow goes out. It then comes across. Then this elbow goes out and across. And some people liken this to skating or rollerblading, getting that hip movement in a figure eight. It's important energetically that the energy flow crosses the body. And so this helps move the energy from side to side. You've heard of being too right brain or too left brain. Well, this is kind of trying to prevent that, and much more, obviously. One more time. Now stop. Think about, for example, I started with this elbow, went back this way. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the opposite. So I'm going to be now going like this. So the elbow that was moving back before now moves forward and vice versa. You can kind of think of it as one way you're rollerblading forward and the other way you're rollerblading backwards. And slow it down. Good. Bring your feet a little bit closer together. Always keep your knees soft. We always keep all our joints from locking out. We always want to keep them soft so the energy can flow. Just start alternating knees. So I'm just basically alternating, like you're running in place. Good, everybody's got that? Now slow it down. As you lift your left knee, lift your right hand, and then switch. It's called monkey running. And you can speed up once you feel comfortable with it, and then slow back down. Just a couple more. Good, slow it down, relax. Let's continue along the vein that we've kind of been doing certainly since the end of December, but even when into the new year, kind of cleansing the body, clearing the mind and the energetic field. So let's do a move called cleansing the Bai Hui. The Bai Hui is a point on the very top of your head. There are two major meridians that run up the body. One comes up the back, and that's called the Du meridian, or the governing vessel. And then you have one coming up the front, which is the Ren meridian, or the conception vessel. This point here is actually Du 20. So that's, where the crown of the head, that's where the energy comes in from above. So what we're going to do is you're going to bring your palms facing up, come around, nice and circular, and then point your fingers right at that point between your eyebrows. The point is called the Yin Tang point. And just breathe it in. See if you can feel the energy coming out of your fingertips, going right into this area here. Just a couple seconds more. Good. Now, one hand over the other, doesn't matter which. Bring them over so that they're above the Bai Hui and they're not touching each other. And see if you could feel the energy coming out of both those palms going into that Bai Hui point, that point at the very top of your head. Now, see if you can relax your shoulders a bit. The more relaxed you can hold this stance, the better the energy will run. Now, without making contact with the body, separate the hands, come down the back of the head, follow the neck, come around to the front, into a prayer position, and put the knuckles of your thumbs right into the center of your chest. And breathe that energy into the middle dantian. And we're going to do it again, but this time we're not going to stop nearly as long. We're going to try and just time it with our breath. So let the hands drop, they come around, breathe in to the yin tongue. Breathe out, come up, breathe in. Breathe out, breathe in. Breathe out, breathe in. Breathe out, breathe in. Breathe out, breathe in. One more time. And drop them down. And just let's go into earth position. So palms are facing the earth. And just see if you can feel with the outward breath Energy coming out of the palms, connecting to the earth. And as you breathe in, the energy coming up from the earth through the palms, up the arms, into the torso. Good. Turn your hands over. Try to feel the energy in the palms. Lift that energy up and come all the way around to prayer position. Drop the hands, keeping the palms facing the earth. Come up not quite to shoulder height. Let the fingers go out to the horizon. Feel the energy going out of the fingers to the horizon. Now you're going to do a bit of a flourish. You're going to flip your hand over and drop them a little bit. And then we're going to lift. Feel that energy as you're lifting it upward. Bring it all the way up. Palms facing each other. Bringing it all the way down the body. Palms facing the body. Making contact with your abdomen. Push that energy down the inside of your leg, around the foot, up the outside of the leg, past the kidneys, then the back of the hands. Push as high as you're comfortable up the spine, come under the arms, and go back to prayer position. Let's do that again. So we're going to drop down, come up, breathe out, connect to the horizon. Breathe in through the flourish, lifting the energy, bringing it down the body, pushing it down the inside of the legs, around the foot, up the outside of the legs, up the back of the hands, push it higher onto the spine, under the arms, back to prayer position. One more time. Drop it down. Connect to the horizon. Flip them over. Lift that energy up. Bring it down the body. Push it down the inside of the legs, up the outside of the legs, past the kidneys, up the spine, under the arm, back to prayer position. Let your hands drop, palms facing upward. Lift the energy up. Bring it up over your head, and then turn your palms outward. And in one palm, you're receiving the energy of the sun. The other palm, the energy of the moon. Relax the shoulders. Be as relaxed as you can in this posture as you picture yellow gold light from the sun being gathered into the palm and coming into your torso. And on the other hand, silver white light of the moon coming in through that palm and down into the torso. You step out so you're in a comfortable wide stance, not extremely wide. Relax into the stance, bend the knees. Breathe that energy in. Now turn the palms so they're facing the body. Again, relax the shoulders. Palms go to face each other. Come straight down the body. Bend only down as far as you're comfortable. Go down, push that energy into the earth. Then the back of the hands, scoop up energy from the earth, bringing it up the torso and sending it out to the universe. We then gather energy from the universe and we bring it back down and send it back to the earth. Breathe in as you come up. Breathe out as you go down. When you get all the way to the top, look up, open the chest, receive all of the energy from the universe. And breathing out as you go down, gather the earth energy, bring it up the body. Breathe it in and send it out to the universe. One more time. Keep your hands facing upward for just a moment, feeling that energy of the universe. Now take your palms again and face you. Energy of the sun and the moon going right into the yin tone point. Gathering all that energy, relax your shoulders. Turn your palms outward. Bring your feet together as you bring the arms down, pushing the energy down. And bring the hands over the abdomen, one palm over the other, so you can either hold at the wrist or intertwine the webs of the thumb. Just feel all that energy coming out of the palms of the hands. Picture purple light coming out of your palms. And as you do so, nice big circle around the abdomen, up to the diaphragm, down just below the belly button. Doesn't matter which direction. Purple light going into all of the organs, healing. And then we reverse. This time make the circle smaller and smaller until you don't move at all anymore. Now bring your hands up facing your face, palms facing your face. Turn circles around the face, feeling the energy coming out of the palms, massaging the face. Going deep into the muscles, the bones, the organs of the head. In reverse. One more time. Stop in front of your face. Come up over the top of the head, down the back of the hands, face your chin. Come down to the heart. And let's do that one more time. So come around, up, over, around, and down. Good. Now lift your hands high above your head, go to a comfortable stance. And I want you to do a nice big sigh or yawn. Oh. 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 Let it bring tears to your eyes. Oh. 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 One more. Oh. Let's do centering. So feet fairly close together. Right hand under the lower dantian. Left hand palm up, scooping up the energy as you separate the first finger and the thumb. And as it comes down the center of your line of the body, the thumb facing the central line. So we breathe in as we come back up with the other arm. We breathe out as it comes down the body. We're breathing in and out through the nose. Now that space between the thumb and the first finger is referred to as the tiger's mouth. As that hand is coming down the body, see if you can feel energy flowing out of that space. Notice where your hand is in relation to your body just by the energy coming out of the tiger's mouth. Try to feel it balancing the energies of the three dantians. One more time, and it doesn't matter which hand, as it comes up, stop at the yin tongue point, the upper dantian. Picture gold light coming out of the space between your thumb and your first finger. That gold light is going right into your head, filling that upper dantian with beautiful gold light, removing any darkness, any stagnation, any blockages, any negative thoughts. And just feel that whole area glow with a beautiful golden light. And drop down now to the middle dantian. Red light coming out of the tiger's mouth. Just visualize and feel that warm, loving red light filling the middle dantian. Again, dispelling darkness, stagnation, blockages, removing any negative emotions, filling that whole area with a warm, loving red light. When we drop down, we switch, stopping again at the upper dantian, and just let that gold light continue to fill that area until that gold light expands beyond your physical body, completely surrounding your head, above, below, all around. Drop it down to the middle dantian. That red light filling the middle dantian. Feel love for yourself, compassion, forgiveness for yourself. And let that red light expand beyond the physical body, interacting with the gold light of the upper dantian. As we drop down one palm over the other, over the lower dantian. White light coming out of the palms. White light being absorbed by the lower dantian. Filling that whole area with that warm, loving light. Feel that lower dantian growing, getting warmer, getting brighter. Visualize light spiraling down your legs and up your torso. And as that white light expands, it encompasses the red light of the middle dantian and eventually the gold light of the upper dantian, until your entire body is aglow with this warm, loving light. And let that light expand beyond your physical body, surrounding you in a protective cocoon. Allow yourself to float weightlessly inside that cocoon. Become aware of what it's like to be safe, to be healthy, to be at peace. And take that awareness, all of those good feelings, breathe them into yourself and hold on to them for the rest of the day.